What up? What up? What up?
Peace, peace, peace. How you be, Veep?
Oh, I'm good. I'm chilling. You know how it is.
Yeah, yes, yes, indeed. Well, it is your girl Sunshine, and it is Shine Vibrations, and
Indeed.
I am just so excited about tonight because these two people here, you know, they take poetry to a whole nother level. Okay.
Okay.
And what I mean by that is, a lot of times people don't get the opportunity to really give their piece on where they got inspiration from,
Super friend.
and they have a way of hearing the things that aren't really being said. I've sat back in these little newbie streets of Clubhouse, my little 3 year bid I done did. So they got like, it seems like they got 3 years, I got 3 months. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
um, they kind of took me and Sharita under their wing, showed us how to move around in there. I don't even know how, but I co-hosted an evening with Scott. I hope, Malikia, I did you some justice, sis. Because I was like, when I saw that message come over, I was like, oh shit. Because when you get to know what I know about them, I
Hmm.
will say, even though I think I got bigger feet than sis, but she has some big shoes to fill. They both do. They
Gotcha.
are so awesome. And this is why I wanted them to be on here, because I want them to also be able to plug what they do on Clubhouse, but also to bring that other part, that what I always say about poetry being therapeutic and being healing,
Right.
and how it can get people through things. I like how they always ask after someone spit, how do you feel? Most people just, okay, next person. No,
Right.
but they take time with you, to just make sure you good before you go on to the next. And, I just really appreciate them for that. So the pictures, so you can see who we talking about.
All right.
Peace, friend. This is Malikia. And I just knew, looking at her pictures when she would change her profile, like she is just like, she's like an awesome spark
My
that
apologies.
just illuminates. I could just imagine being in a room with her. She takes up space. I like people like that. And I really like this picture here because it's so natural, to the point like, who you dealing with that picture. Like, it is what it is. Don't so. And here's Scott, her partner. And where's the other one, so you can have their logo? Yes, Partners in Rhyme. I love these two. So without further ado, let's bring them on now. Cause
No
Scott,
problem.
this brother here, I got to talk about Scott a little bit. Cause thanks to Clubhouse, you know, Scott is from Jersey, just like me.
Jersey, stand
Yes,
up.
I am. Jersey represent.
Yes,
Jersey
so
stand up.
I
Chi-town.
always say, oh, see, yes, and see, Malikia is from where, and I don't have bucket lists. I'm just saying I'm going. So I
Facts.
There
think
you go.
maybe if I could work it out, I might try to take a flight this year, since I know you. I don't know anybody
Oh,
else
just
there.
make sure I'm there because I'm a
Oh
flight
yeah, because
risk.
I know you'll be everywhere. We're gonna talk about that, because
Eh,
when I tell you this sister does a lot, she got some shoes to fill. Like, I don't need, like, they just gonna have to permanently like put them in a case and leave them like in the Smithsonian somewhere, because she is serious.
no, no.
But I'm
Thank you.
just letting you know, this is the energy you give off. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, that being on Clubhouse and getting connected with YouTube first, even though it's audio, it was like kind of nerving because it was new and I didn't know how to function with it. But y'all was like, nah, chill out, we got you. And it's been like, smooth sailing, to the point where I'm even doing stuff that, like, my partner's still trying to learn how to do. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, well, look, I'll just mess with it, and I'll tell you what's going on because I got some time. And then, yeah, I figured out how to do some more stuff. So, and then they just did that weird switch. So now I got to go back out there and figure it out again.
Everybody.
Everybody.
That
Wow.
is like crazy. So, first and foremost, You know, Roselle by Woodbridge now, right? By way of
That's
Roselle.
correct.
And we got,
Woodbridge, New Jersey.
yeah, we got Chi-Town. Chi-Town. I just love saying that. So let the people know who you are, a little something about yourself, the most important thing you want them to know about you.
Ladies first,
Most
please.
important thing that I want them to know about me. That's a good question. I am Malika K. Courtney, mom, daughter first, right? Daughter of the Most High, daughter of my mama, Lisa, and founder of Sanctuary Experience. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but I do amazing things and I save lives consistently. The most important thing to know about me is probably get to know me. Yeah, 'cause I don't do a lot of that, all of this and that. I don't waste time much in that. But if you really want to know me, then get to know me. That's pretty much the truth of it.
Scott.
I'm Scott Harrell, founder and owner of Harrell Consulting Group, a business consulting firm specializing in taking care of all of the business that gets in the way of entrepreneurs from doing their business, such as business funding. I also enjoy, beyond words, poetry.
Okay.
And I am the co-founder with my partner in rhyme, Partners in Rhyme on Clubhouse, for which we are in our third year together doing. And I would say one of the most important things to know about me, being a father, being a humble servant, most important lesson that I've learned in life thus far is the power of perspective, being able to see things from a different point of view.
That's right. That's right.
No.
That's awesome. So, how has poetry guided you or saved you throughout your life?
Mm.
Go ahead, Scott. You first.
Thank you, partner. So, poetry, I came into poetry late in my teens, going into my 20s. Was a closet poet. Started writing, and had a half a notebook or so filled with stuff. Had some friends I shared it with, but that's as far as it went. Until one day, my friends took me to an open mic. Loved what I was hearing, loved what I was seeing, until someone called my name. And they put my name down to go.
They set you
like,
up.
"Are you serious?"
That's a good one. I'd have did the same thing.
And the spark really caught fire because for about a year and a half of my life, I worked my way to become a featured poet in the tri-state area, being invited to different places.
Yes.
To the point, but see, the interesting thing about it is I was so young, I didn't realize what I had. And I did a event as a featured artist in a museum once in Newark, I believe. A publisher came up to me, gave me her card, and said, "I want to publish your book." I didn't hold on. I didn't think anything special. And there were poets.
Wait a minute. When was this?
This was back when I was like 19, 20 years old. And there were poets who were coming up to me mad, like, we've been waiting for years for something like that to happen to us. So
wow.
I had no idea. Went into the military, put my pen down. Had a family.
You already took my question. Good. I like you.
went to the military, put my pen down, had a family, but it was always calling back. And finally, because the pandemic, thank God of Clubhouse, I found that outlet again. And the thing that I was always scared of, would it ever flow like it did? And not only did it start to flow, it flew better once I let it be what it's supposed to be. So has poetry changed and saved my life? I can say so. I can definitely say so.
And I would pick up there and say, literally, that's my line. That's what I believe about it. Poetry saves lives, period. That's what it was for me. Writing was an outlet, and I was one of those thinker kind of kids. And I would say, allegedly, I had some thoughts. When I was a kid, that needed to be on paper
You
and
can't
not
say
acted
those out
upon.
loud.
Yeah, allegedly. So writing saved many lives along the way. People still walking and breathing.
Walking, talking, and breathing.
And the pen has been it's been powerful, it's been poisonous, it's been present. And I could thank my mom again. Mother's Day weekend. I will say
Hey.
that she tossed me on the stage when I was like 6, and it was not an option. It was one of
Yes.
those you volunteered, and
Mm-hmm.
this is what you about to do. It's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
fun. Oh, I don't wanna. Oh, what you gonna? And then that's kind of how it kicked off. And she knew, like
Wow.
parents know. My mom is very spiritual, so she knew
I
what
was
time
about
it
to
was.
say, was Mama creative too, or she just was spiritual?
She is one of the most creative people on the planet, bro. Like not with spoken word, but when I tell you, don't do nothing wrong, because you gon' do you cuss on this show?
Yes, yes, I
Yeah.
Your
told
ass
you.
gonna get a lecture. Your ass gonna get a 3-day lecture about what it was. You understand? So she was
Yes.
very talented with her words, and she believed in getting the point across, bro. So if that meant your ass was sitting down for the next 6 hours to get the point,
Oh
little
yeah.
dumb dummy, you was about to get that point. So in that, just a community leader, activist, this short lady rolled up on dudes that was with guns trying to put somebody's life out like a light, and I mean a bunch of them, and finger in their face, talking all the smack, and took that kid up out of there. You understand? So that's who my mother was. Like, she walked like that. God walked with her like that, and she ran things like that. Okay, so that's who pushed me off into it. Like, this is yours. This is for you. And she started me in that activist path, monster, with the speeches and everything
Yes.
else. You understand? So it's been a road. The words never left. I did try to escape the poetry and the life for a bit, but it didn't leave me alone. I'm a writer, I'm an editor. The words just keep coming, and the people keep coming to hear. I'm so blessed, God.
Yes, yes. So, well, you said you're an editor. Is it self-editing or you editing for
I edit for
someone else?
clients. So,
Oh, okay.
mind you, that's a wheelhouse that I'm moving away from, because I'm heavier in my bag of sanctuary experience. But I still get those calls because I have been fortunate with the ghostwriting and the editing by referrals and close contact only. I've never had to
Yes,
go, hey, da, 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 all the rest of that foolishness, which kept me selective on who I worked with. I get
yes.
to say no to certain people, and I have said no to certain people because I ain't messing with your spirit and your energy matter to me. You're not about to poison me and kill me along your way.
I hear that.
So, but yeah, it's something that I do love, and it makes sense to me, so I stay in it. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, so and Scott, you said you have your own business, right?
That is correct.
So how did you get into that? Was that something you knew from high school or the military had a
You,
influence in that somehow?
for the longest time, I've had a draw to do my own, but it just um, wasn't coming into fruition. When I was in the military, I was security forces anti-terrorism, 2 tours in the Gulf. When I came out, I was a police officer in Roselle, in the town I grew up in, until I had to retire early due to injury. I was very proud of that career because, as we all know, what some of the cops were like when we were growing up. I wanted to be different.
That's right.
Um, I went into private security in the upper echelons of operations management, regional management, but I was not satisfied. As a matter of fact, you would think security would be one of the most secure jobs. And I kept finding myself in situations where, either due to mergers, downsizing, layoff, this, that, I,
Yeah.
I was getting bounced around more than I thought my name was Spalding.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I decided with my last job that I was going to take some of my skill set and move into a different career of recruiting. Nothing can go wrong there. I was an education recruiter. Hello, pandemic. Um,
Nasty.
Man.
like God, God, God. But in the meantime, that voice speaking to me about, you need to do for you, because you'll never lay you off. You'll never fire you. You know the things that you're good at.
I want to be like you when I grow
And
up.
I'm going to give you a quick litmus test of how to find out something is meant for you. The thing that is meant for you, you never have to sweat over. And what I mean by that is this. I had a friend that our kids grew up together since preschool, and he had his own marketing business. I've been sending him clients for years.
Mm.
And when the pandemic came up, he gave me a call and sent me. He sent me an email with, because I had sent him a client. He said, if this client goes through, this is the portion you get from that. And I said, what? I just sent that to you as a friend. I said, yeah, you don't understand. You've been consulting for years and just not getting paid for it. I had to think about that for a whole weekend and then go into his office and say,
Run it.
walk me through this. And within a month's time, I launched my business.
You hear that, V?
Oh yeah.
Sharita keeps telling me I need to be I'm her own personal consultant. Like she says, Sunshine, like, you know, like when my money get right, yeah, I'm, because you be helping me out a lot through things, and then here goes Scott, and I'm like, ooh, you know how when the messages and the signs drop in your lap.
Message.
Because my friends, you know, the jewelry, if y'all ever pay attention to my page, the earrings, the clothing I wear, I'm a walking billboard, and they call me the plug. I'm the plug. So really, I'm the consultant.
I'm with it.
Wow,
Good stuff.
appreciate that. So
I'm definitely gonna holler at you, Scott. I need your info, bro. For real.
See, there's always a method to reason why I handpick who to bring on the show. You know, because again, look what I'm doing.
That's it. That's
I'll be more than happy to get you my information, Evie.
Appreciate it.
So, I want to know, how did you two meet to even become partners in rhyme?
The polite version.
No. Tell it all.
I had to say it out loud.
We got the disclaimer up. You can say
the disclaimer is up at the beginning of the show.
Listen, it's Friday, so we ain't gonna be.
No, because don't change. I'm gonna be on Clubhouse tonight with y'all. I want the same on here.
Let me tell you what. Okay, so what happened was the short version is the pandemic. That's the simplest answer. Clubhouse. I was hoping to facilitate the growth of a club, and to tell you a half a secret, the dude had vision to the tune of ours was already called The House, okay? And we were creatively coming together. There was a bunch of professionals. I mean, and I only shared a couple of things that I do. When I tell you I got a killer list of things that my professional background, and I was not the highest in the boat, you understand? A bunch of us, and it was international. So we got together and we had built this kick-ass, this is what we about to do. We talking about Wakanda forever, you feel me? So when I tell you we had something amazing and we were taking care of the people, house was growing, needs are being met. We are literally taking care of one another. There was only one issue: ego. Ego and intent. So my intentions were pure. Many of us on board, our intentions were pure, and we were in it and we were on it and we went with it. Dude had another agenda, and so did his chick. Dang. And it took a little bit of time. I swear we were playing just a tip and nobody gave me any clue.
Wow. So, that's how they did it. That's why I said that's how they did it.
That's how it started. And the fast forward goes, I was working on doing the Daily Show. We was having a blast. Like Daily Show, you know, Daily Talk and shit, stop playing. So we were having a good time, okay? And Scott came and he, I think, met the chick in a writing room because she's a well-known person, this, that, or third, and she had a writing space, yada yada, inviting him to come over to the house. So he came over to the house, and then eventually, and I'm gonna stop at the one part. So we went to they started a poetry set with a couple of people out of the country. Blast. I'm talking pandemic fun. We up till 3 a.m. doing poetry, talking madness, and it was great. To the point where we get in the middle of the night talking about something. I can't tell it. It's fun. You feel me? Stupid. It was great. It was so much fun. So that was the poetry room, and I'm gonna stop there. And Scott, there you go.
And mind you, I co-sign everything she just said. Trust me. I'm like, yep, that's exactly how it was. So then one day, the quote unquote leader of the room of the club,
he do.
you know,
she chick. He dude and she chick.
He do
Yeah.
she chick.
Okay.
Dude called me up and said, Scott, you've been coming through Poetry Room for a while, this, that, and the other. We'd like you to run it. And I said, okay, on one condition. There was only one way I would have ran that room. And that's if Malikia said yes to partnering with me in that room. Because by that time, I gotten to know her character, her style. We run things together in the room. And I said, there's no one else that I would do this with, but with her. I was like, call her and see what she says. I called her right away.
And she
And
said, hell no.
she said, only for you, Scott.
No, she said, it's Friday. I'm trying to get my fucking.
Cutting into my Friday night.
Only for you, Scott. Only because you asked me in that voice. Something like that.
Real good.
I think it sounded something like that.
In his
And
head, right?
We started doing that Poetry Room together. However, we weren't doing it too long. We probably got in maybe a couple months, maybe like 2 months worth. I felt, if that together, where things in that particular club with dude and chick finally, came to a head. And we had
after much disrespect, after much usury, after
Yes.
much abuse of the people, after
Yes.
many phone calls, people calling me in tears with a lot of stuff, and I was like, listen, this ain't what we signed on.
And
Wow.
I'm gonna be very honest. There are very few people in this world. I don't hold anybody in the same space as I do Malikia, because she has shown me something different about herself and her character when it comes to me, us, and how we move.
Mhm.
And I am very protective of that. And I did not like seeing what was going on, how she was being treated, her energy, and everything else. And I was like, no, we just can't do this no more. And we're just going to go break out on our own.
Good. That was the best thing.
Because we even had poets that didn't like. They would come to us and say, we like y'all, but we don't like that.
It was just a foolish and a meltdown. That's all it was.
So we opened our
me
own space.
me perusing through the little streets, I hear some of whoever was all in that house have broken into different rooms, and ever so often they revert back to that same, because I've heard some of the similar stuff go on, but then you got the people who might have still loved the room, but
there's still people there. The house is still going. So
yeah,
like it didn't dissolve.
but some of them that are there jump into other rooms and be trolls and interfere and do dumb shit, because I ran into one of them rooms like that where a dude jumped in it and he just started talking, oh, forget all this, and I was
probably dude.
and I'm like, I said, see, I don't know these people like that. I said, but damn, that was some rude shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and then they went into explaining something similar to what y'all had. That is crazy. Like,
but that's why we run the club in the room the way we do, and I love the fact, I honor the fact that from the very beginning, Malikia is the one who coined the founding principle of it's a sacred space.
That's right.
And we treat it and protect it as such.
That's
right. For the poets who are there,
No doubt.
It's not just for the poetry, because you can go anywhere for poetry.
That's right.
But we're there for the heart of the creative.
Right. And that's any space I create. Any space I create, you're going to find, because I've created multiple spaces and then facilitated the creation of other spaces, right? And you will find that as my marker. It will be a sacred space. Somebody is going to get healed. You're going to hear about God and you're going to get into some mischief. Dirt. It's going to be fun.
Miriam, she said that's the truth. People want to use the passionate energy and get greedy. She said that she remembers those days. Yeah. I mean, it's a given. We got that in our natural lives, on a day to day. So it's
Mm.
only a matter of time when that energy filters into a space like that as well, but like you said, you keep it heavily guarded, you protect
God
it.
be guiding. Like
You know
stuff
what I'm
happens, but it
saying?
happens for a reason, right? Don't God make it so you know when it's time to move,
Right.
when it's time to be obedient.
That
Mhm.
thing,
I know I heard move your behind, go go go, but I was just still saying, what'd you say, V?
I'm sorry. I just said that thing ego is such a killer to great ideas. Because even with Blast, me and my homeboy created it during COVID times. The podcast wasn't what we thought of in the beginning, but it happened along the way of the journey. And our podcast is one of our strong suits because we're running almost 11 podcasts a week and growing.
That's
So
right.
Oh,
it's all about starting an idea. Now, in my case, and Sunshine would tell you, ego ain't about me. I make sure I dumb myself down to lift everyone up because it's not about me. The pie is big enough for all of us to eat. So I can't understand why people have ego in it when we all can grow together.
thank you. And that makes sense.
That's right.
Exactly.
And I like
It's-
seconds and I like pie.
Love the pie. Don't even
Love
get me
What's
started
the
on the pie.
pie? What kind of
Oh,
pie?
everybody wave with the Lord. I'm gonna need several. You know, if you're feeling me, I'm gonna need a pecan pie. I'm gonna need a
Sweet
lemon
potato.
meringue. Oh, I'm definitely gonna need that sweet potato. I'm just gonna need some good pie. You feel? I enjoy pie.
Now you got me hungry, and I don't appreciate it.
Pecan, it's just a little too sweet for me. I can't do it. And
That's
I really,
good, because I
I
mean
really
your spice
don't-
is for me. So
yeah,
pick
you
a
no,
spice
you
better
can have
for
the
me.
whole
And I'll
pie.
pass you one of mine. What you like?
Look, the sweet potatoes, that's my weakness right there. I don't
Right,
gotta
I
have
You
no
know
share.
I
other kind
haven't
of
had
pie
them
but that.
forever. I haven't had my key lime.
Yeah.
Now,
I
yeah,
seen
not
them yesterday.
everybody makes a good key lime though.
This
But
is true.
speaking of pies and such,
Mhm.
Sharita, she makes some banging food.
What?
I'm telling, she makes some banging desserts. She has Sharita's she cooking scratch kitchen and vegan meals too. When
Oh,
I
we got to fight. I ain't know that.
look, she got this vegan cobbler that is sex in the mouth. I'm trying to
Oh,
tell you, it's so
Wait,
good.
what?
Yes,
Tell us about
how
that.
good it is. Now that's when y'all really get to know Sunshine. That's how you know. If you give me something and I dub it like that, that means it is the bomb. Okay.
So,
If you don't
Hey, she
get
gonna get a
that
phone
dub by
call.
me, that mean it ain't good. It
She
ain't
gonna get a
good.
phone call. Run
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Um,
I'm trying to tell you, like,
Wow.
I've been pushing and pushing and pushing, so that's why she's like the whole consultant thing. But
Yeah.
it fits.
Gotcha.
hey there, co-founder. I think we should make an amendment to those who come into leadership positions from here forward need to submit their cooking skills formally.
I mean,
Bill,
okay, I cook as well
we
too,
want it.
Yeah.
We want plates. We want
Yeah,
plates and
plates.
dishes.
Well, see, we also look, this is one thing that we're doing, and I mention it every so often on the show.
Okay.
I had interviewed my brother's homeboy. He is Capri Rich. He has the Rich Lounge here in Charlotte, and he like turned it into something that's just so awesome. Like he built the stage and everything himself, added on to the house, and he wants it to be a sacred space for us. Those that
Coming
do
to visit.
poetry, R&B. So when Shine Vibration starts to have events, that's where I'll be hosting the events in Charlotte.
Coming
At
to
the
visit.
Rich Lounge, you know what I'm saying? So, with things that I originally was supposed to be something for my birthday, but with everything that happened, I had to take care of family stuff, so I pushed it back. So, I might still try to do something before the
Look,
summer
let me
is
know. Just
over,
give me a
so-
heads up. Give me a
Yes.
heads up, because
Yes.
Febreze
I know
Airlines will bring you right
Sharita,
to
yeah,
you.
and that's the thing, yeah. And then Sharita and her husband Jose, he got this birthday party back in New York, and the thing about it is that Jose's birthday is the same weekend that rest her soul, my Umi. So if I wanted to do something, I wanted to do it on hers, which is July 19th, but his is like the day before or 2 days before, and they're going to be in New York. So they invited me to go. So I really want to make that trip. So I definitely keep you in the loop. I definitely keep you in the loop, because when we do, like, we was even thinking about nouns and verb when we start bringing having maybe some slams or whatever. That'll be one of the locations that we use for a slam too. So
That's
Just,
what's up. I like the
keep y'all in
Carolinas,
tune.
so
Yeah.
let I know.
Yes. So
Loving it.
Scott likes to ask this question a lot, so I am
Here
now
go.
going to ask it. Scott is, let me tell you something about Scott. Scott, when I listen to him, he makes me feel like I am like somewhere in the upper echelon being interviewed. You feel what I'm saying? Like the way that he just like, he literally like, if you're not a person that holds yourself up high, he's going to hold you up higher than what you hold yourself. Like, that's what I feel when he interacts with everyone that, decides to jump on stage on Clubhouse. So your lane of poetry, your style, sir,
Thank you.
could you explain what yours is and how you get fueled by it?
Thank you so much. First of all, for your kind words in your description of me. When I approach,
You're gonna be on high all night. Look, I done started something.
I will tell you, a lot of people, especially when it comes to interviews, they say you never know what you're going to get, so dumb everything down so everybody can be on the same level. I'm like, no, I'm not going to use the lowest common denominator to believe that's where we all start at. I'm going to start up here and believe we can all reach it, because if nothing else, we can all stretch. So, to your question, though, beautiful question, by the way. My poetry comes from that very powerful lesson I learned in life, perspective. Everything that I write is perspective based, meaning when someone reads my poetry, I pray at the very least they look at, by the end of that poem, they're looking at life, looking at the world, looking at themselves, looking in some way even a little bit differently. Because for me, when I went overseas in the military, I got a chance to have an encounter in Kuwait and realize that whether or not I'm on my corner in Roselle or on the other side of the world in the desert in Kuwait, everybody's just trying to live.
That's right.
Everybody's just trying to be, trying to love, trying to day to day. So if we could all just see a little bit more through each other's lenses, there would be fewer arguments, fewer issues, fewer wars, fewer.
That's right.
So for me, and Malika will tell you, especially in that competition, I know I don't sound like everybody else. I know I don't sound like I'm not trying to be a bar heavy rapper wannabe, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. But I do want you to think. I do want you to feel. And I may not have the bars in my type of poetry that you may want to spit like an hour later. But I want my poetry to be the kind of thing you want to relate a generation later to those who come after you.
That's right.
Makes sense.
Right. It makes a whole hell of a lot of sense. Malika,
Ma'am.
Same question.
So first, let me lift that answer up. That was beautiful, and I love that. I love who Scott is. I love the heart he has and how he engages. And when I tell you, he asked them stabby questions. So I felt you when you pointed that out. He asked the most incredible questions, and they come. I'd be like, "Oh, hold on, let me think about that for a minute." So that's a good question. And I'm going to ask you simply just to rephrase it for me and state it again.
How is your lane? What is your lane of poetry? How do you write? Like, how do you get fuel to write it?
I have the simplest, most basic answers for y'all today. Lord forgive me, but this is the truth. In the sense that I am ink, I don't have to. Like, I don't have to get in the lane. I don't have to
That's the shit I'll be talking about right there.
like life, the vibrations, the energy, the ancestors, the earth, the water, the trees, the bugs, they come and we converse in our communion. Click, or right. That's how my pieces kind of come about. Inspiration, like I believe in engaging that oneness. I can get away from that, and then even when I'm sitting and I'm trying to be still sometimes or doing my normal daily human stuff, it go to people. And then I learned real quick, like, okay, if you're not gonna stop and write it, somebody will. Like literally heard the voice say it. So I'm like, you got me. I sit down and I write it, so I respect it. Like I respect what ink is, and I know I am blessed, and I know I am the medium. I know that I get to pen it, and I know the thoughts are thought toward me, or spoken to me, or found in me. So this is me. It's just me.
I can definitely concur with that, and I lift you up, Malikia, because I tell you, probably the dirtiest compliment or description anybody can give, which I've heard, and I think I've said, is like, oh, you write abstract. But that doesn't even really begin to touch the depth of how you do your...
That shit was so lame when I heard it. God forgive me. Let me not be rude. Let me say it like this. It was such a basic comment because you tried to put me in a box. You tried to label me. You tried to wrap something around me and measure me, but you fucking couldn't. I am immeasurable. And it's not an ego. It's an exactment. So and I don't feel the need, you know what I mean? Like I don't want to grab my tennis racket out and smack it, but I heard this shit and I just sat back and smiled. I was like, that was nice, interesting, inaccurate, but okay.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons why I love your poetry is I've never heard your style or your particular ink out of that could even be remotely emulated out of anybody else.
Yeah, so I love when conversations go like this because this one, he just started. So when he was, like Sunshine, I said, no, this is yours. This is your perspective. This is your lane. It has nothing to do with, there's so many great poets, you know what I'm saying? But we can't tell each other's stories. We can't tell each other's thoughts. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody need to speak it.
Yeah, like, I will never, ever, when I say Georgia me, like, I love
old. Oh my God.
Her, and when I say me and my best friend, Ruck, we went for my birthday back in Jersey. They was down at the Count Basie Theater, Def Poetry, Black Thought, like they were all there. You talk about one of the best birthday gifts ever. And when she walked out on that stage, I lost my mind.
She's so cool. And she had me hollering. We was messaging in the back channel with some of the foolery that was going on. But she's so cool. She
is awesome.
And then feel the same way we feel about ego.
Yes.
Totally
so relatable. She's so like that. And that's what I was about to say. Ego, not at all.
None.
She was like the home girl, like we knew each other. Nothing snobby. The meet and greet was awesome. Like we all came from the same block. Everything like that was like and to see her now, and to see her how she's changed, and as far as like her physical, but that same powerful
fire
still there. So when I speak of powerful voices, because that was my nice little segue into y'all's voices.
Oh, is that what we about to do?
Yeah, that's what you about to do. And I left it up to you guys to decide what you wanted to do. That's why on the post I said it might be a best of both worlds. We don't know. Because y'all, this is y'all stage now, so y'all get to spit however you want. And I would love it how y'all will just ping pong back and forth like how y'all do so well in your interviews. Thank you much. Because you know how once you speak, she always uplifts what you say, and then when she speaks, then that's how we're gonna do this. Y'all gonna go back and forth, almost like a battle, but not a battle.
Let me go ahead and introduce him.
No, you don't gotta introduce him. You don't gotta introduce him.
It's your show. I'm on vacation then.
That's right.
Okay,
so you wanna whoever chooses to go first, but we all know what Scott gonna say.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said. I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm gonna get right to it. So I thought about let me do this real quick too. So I thought about
ladies and gentlemen, introducing poetess extraordinaire and co-founder of Partners in Rhyme, the one, the only, Lady Molotov.
Jesus, take the wheel. Thank you, Scott. So I thought about what would be good to bring to an audience. Now, it's a chill vibe, and I'm going to just add a little energy to it if you don't mind.
Come on, sister. That's
Be
why
my
you're
guest.
here.
In protection of me, I sat silently while snakes slithered lies on my name, whispered in unsuspecting ears egregious claims of what I did or things I've spoken, using me like arcade game tokens to play others for fools. I fell back on my knees and toes, prayed Psalm 35, get a cry, dried my eyes, and saw the ancestors emerge from the blur. The absence of egoic me, I allowed the vision to cure. One bearing the scroll spoke the things for me to know, dropped his edge, letting it unfold, highlighting my soul's position in antiquity. I always was and now continue to be. I always was and now continue to be. They reminded me that I, sole thread of love, am the substance which formed water. Carrier of all germ-born life, the covenant of ark, the victory bearer Christ. When in the body, Akashic ether, when our gold pen of their unbreakable history, not a dot or tittle of me left out, grew your bound and kingly values, their presence restored my soul. I hold you at 1 mint. I hold you at 1 mint with me, thusly greet us anew. An oath to ever pass on our truth like the Holocaust or 9/11 news. And ceremony adorn this glorious poetic baton. And consider this a trigger warning. I'm about to know one. 15 million being the death number recovered from the transatlantic trade. My melanin endowed royals enslaved, blinded, raped, shot, and caged, hands tied to feet, chopped off when they tried to escape, speak. Wives, mothers, husbands, fathers, sons, daughters set on fire for display. Sexualized and sold to circus. Welcome to the real Black. Delayed progress, ticket entry, all to entertain a perceived effects, curse too many still overtly exerts today. Into the industry, your ass still under trade. First order of business, do forget your name and remove those clothes. Let me see your teeth. Yeah, that's where my penis goes. No matter if you female or male, here put on these golden contract rope while I copy, which cast your pipe dreams, then put you through hell. Off to play with the mad come skin, how to eat this and shrink your men are to abandon masculinity where Barbie Pink not think, remove base and say Becky. Your women are to whore, be abrasive on our tea and keep petty lines of interaction disrespect. Broad spell cast. Feed the predetermined racial disparity, distraction together, whole time in inaction. Enjoy your freedom to speak. Put your trust in the right to be. See, read here, it all ends well, but after church. We leave in the Nile, El Dorado, Atlantis, propel wallets that produce pimped out green dead presidents, paper covered in your great granddaddy's wallet, in your great granddaddy's blood. The ancestors are still watching us. The ancestors are still watching us. A warning I bring back from the grave to counter the capers designed to reinstall hate and enslave. Take back your crown and lay the enemy down. Make ways for us to return to us. In all Black, everything I trust. Back off or get touched. Walk.
Back off or get touched. You heard, sis. I co-sign that.
One word, dope.
Mahalo, Manu. Thank you.
That was fire.
Let me just 1 moment. I'm sorry.
You gotta adjust his electronic technicians.
And thank you for that beautiful introduction. I'm giggling. Hey, family. What's up, Wallace?
Hey, Wallace.
Some movement.
Yes, friend. I'm trying to tell y'all.
So
Look,
I think
sure.
what I'm gonna do. I see Scott is handling something. So in the same way we manage the show, if you're not back in seconds, okay, here we go.
Okay.
Because you know you can jump in. It's like double
Yeah,
dutch.
you know I got his back. We straight. You good?
I'm back. I'm sorry. You hear me?
Yes,
Yep,
we do now.
we got you.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Lady Molotov, that was fire as always, my God.
Let's see.
Loved it. Loved it.
Appreciate you.
So I guess I
Yeah.
should be doing something.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I will share with you all my newest piece that I just did at an anti-gun rally called "How Do I." I remember when my son was born. My father said, "Don't be afraid to ask, how do I?" New parents don't know how to do this, so make sure you ask. 10 fingers, 10 toes, and a cute little nose. Lord knows he told the truth. So, on behalf of many new parents, I have questions. How do I explain to my 6-year-old why his best friend looked asleep that day but will never wake up? Or how do I make a game of hide and seek fun for him again instead of a matter of life or death? Can you tell me, how do I have a dance party with my princess when she can't dance, can't run, can't walk anymore? How do I play wrestle with my son when I must be careful of the pins and rods holding his arm together or the halo for his neck? How do I get my girl to stop counting exits when we go somewhere or being nervous in crowds with her head on a swivel? How do I get my boy to keep from hiding in the closet with every loud noise until I say, all clear? How do I make my little girl's first experience with makeup still fun, even when she's learning how to cover up scars? Or how do I tell my son his dreams aren't dead while making sure he changes his colostomy bag right? How do I teach my child how to drive when the car I learned on didn't have to be wheelchair accessible? Or how do I find a way to get them through the 4th of July year after year after year? How do I hold them when they're just beyond my reach? Or how do I give them words of wisdom and life they can hear above the screams? How do I knit together all of the thoughts and prayers to be a blankie for my child who doesn't want to go back to school? How do I find my child lost in cartoons instead of lost on breaking news? How do I lead them into a peaceful tomorrow when I'm scared today? How do I piece together the shattered innocence of their youth when I can't even find all the pieces myself? If those questions are too hard, then please, please, answer me just this one thing. How do I raise a ghost when that's all you've left me? Father time.
We partner. That's my partner.
That's right. That's right.
Fire peace, bro.
Thank you,
Man.
Thank you.
Painful.
And this is what I love, because it's never, you know what I'm saying? It's equally balanced, but they bring perspective, you know, and I love it. And I thank y'all so much, because I will have y'all on again. But they also have to get ready because they have a feature tonight, right? Correct?
Yes, we do.
That is
Sierra's
correct.
coming.
So please plug in how folks can find y'all, follow you, see you in the clubhouse streets or whatever streets you choose to release.
Well, first of all, you can join us tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in Clubhouse under the house Partners in Rhyme in the room Lyrical Vibes, where tonight we will be featuring multi-talented artist Sierra Pittman, who is a poet, rapper, singer, dancer,
Choreographer.
actress, kung fu master, chef.
Shit, bro.
I think she does like 47 things just in her sleep.
Sierra's
And
awesome.
and we will be featuring her tonight. Partner, you want to offer up some of the Insta and all the other?
Before we even go through that, tell them how to connect with you.
That's right.
Okay, so you can connect with me. My company's website is www.harrell, HARRELL consultinggroup.com. You can also find me on Instagram, Scott the Voice, Harrell, and also Harrell Consulting Group, if I'm not mistaken, because I'm only on Instagram, but so much. But yes, and partner, please.
Cool. Malika K. Courtney on the majority of media. The only time you'll find it different is on Instagram, where you'll find me as Santa's Helper. Why? Because I got jokes. SANTAZHELPR. And you see me. Okay. When it comes to domestic violence, I got 20 plus years in advocacy and support and helping folks to transition, especially when you come out of it and you need some clarity and some cleaning. Tap in with me. If you text SXP to 321-443-2495, you will get a response and we'll go from there. What I will say is I didn't speak on SXP. Let me say it real quick. I am the founder of Sanctuary Experience, and in that space, I am an adult. It's a little less playtime until it's playtime. I help people heal. I work with women who are in leadership. I work with men who are in leadership. And I do mean that's the telltale sign to bring your butt in the room, right? I work with those folks who need help transitioning trauma, transitioning pain, transitioning all that extra foolishness that people carry around in baggage and sandbag their life. Stop your shit, sis. Stop your shit, bro. Yes, I cuss. Get the point? So if you want a coach who cusses, I'll be cussing. Just kidding. But if you really want the results, I do believe in results. And my clients love me. Ask me how I know, because I asked them. Am I loving you? And I ain't afraid of a no, because if I'm not, then I do better. Okay? And Scott will verify. On my last masterclass, everybody in there, straight yeses, because I love the people I serve. I want the best for them, and I bust my ass to make it happen. Period.
That's right.
I will do more than sign off on that. I have an immense amount of respect for my partner. She is someone who I describe as a firefighter born of flames who chose to go back for others when she didn't have to. So please tap in with her. Much respect.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sunshine and Veep, for having us.
For real.
We'll connect. Sunshine, we definitely want to come back.
Yes.
And we look for y'all on the show tonight.
That's right.
Thank you so much for having me.
I gotta go check with the sons real quick, because my youngest yesterday was his born day. So
that's
he turned the mighty 9. So I got 11 and a 9-year-old now.
Happy birthday.
Just gotta run and do some stuff, make sure the food is all set and all that. Y'all see me in them clubs and house streets a little later.
All right.
Do your thing. Take care of your babies. That's the first leadership position. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
That matters. Handle that.
Yep.
Okay. Love y'all. Have a wonderful one. Thank you so much for having us.
All right. And for those
and thank you guys for watching.
Veep, you're going to do the Blast Art Music Artist of the Week now?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. Lo and behold, I didn't load it, so we'll just count it. But you guys can go ahead and take off. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We appreciate y'all.
Peace.
Oh my. I'll talk to you soon, Scott.
You were excited about the interview and you forgot to put the music on.
I thought I had loaded because I had loaded everything else. So I'm just like, dirty. But it's almost done.
Look, I'm on a cheat day, Veep.
Oh, there you go. But I wanted to ask you, since this is just us, sorta. Did you?
Let me put this down.
You did try to put that drink down a little quick. Did you enjoy my guest on Blast, Hakeem Romance? Did you enjoy
what? Please tell me you're gonna play his song.
Maybe.
Yes, Glilla, yes, play a song.
All right, it's loaded up. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is my boy Hakeem Romance, and this is called Ride Out. Let's do it.
Man, that's crazy. Oh, man. But you know, I see you, doing your thing out here, man, working hard in these streets. You just trying to pay your bills on time and make sure everything cool. I see you, but look, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's go out for a little bit. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, let me tell you, look like this. Like, look.
Girl, if you want me to read, just take the time, yeah. I'll pick you up in a minute, we gon' ride. So get you rolling, let me surprise it. I know you like that, keep it coming right back. Ooh, yeah. If you want me to read, just take the time, yeah. I'll pick you up in a minute, we gon' ride. So get you rolling, let me surprise it. I know you like that, keep it coming right back. Ooh, yeah. I'ma pull up on you and change your whole perspective. You ain't gon' know what to do when I teach you all these lessons, girl. You got questions and I got answers. I'm the solution to handle all your curves. It's been a minute since somebody gave it to you like this, hasn't it? Girl, I'ma take it down. You know what I'm talking about, so stop playing around and stay for a while now. Just let it flow, babe, relax your nerves, babe. Girl, you in good hands, I'll stay, baby. I got you covered, look, baby, there is no other. Take a good look, do I sound right? Now talk to me now. It's gonna take time for you to get ready. I know you came out here to slay. How you put everything together, all the evidence worth away. You bustin', baby, on all levels. Isn't she lovely? Come on, ride with me. Just take your time, yeah. I'll pick you up in a minute, we gon' ride. Let me surprise you. I know you like that. Keep it coming right back. Ooh, yeah. You want me to read, just take the time, yeah. I'll pick you up in a minute, we gon' ride. Let me surprise you. I know you like that. Keep it coming right back. Ooh, yeah. Looking like you like that. No, you love that. Yeah, don't hold back. Yeah, it's all that. You find from A to Z, girl, you and me, and that's just what it's gonna be. You a monster, ooh wee, you a beast with it. My little swiper, my little shout is super freaky. I love the fragrance you wear, you're smelling really good. So captivating, I bite you, you looking edible. Be my baby, drive me crazy. Get me wide open, oh, and I don't wanna close it, no. It's gonna take time for you to get ready. I know you came out here to slay. How you put everything together, all the evidence worth away. You bustin', baby, on all levels. Isn't she lovely? Come on, ride with me. Just take the time, yeah. I'll pick you up in a minute, we gon' ride. So don't you roll around, let me surprise you. I know you like that, keep it coming right back. Ooh, yeah. You want me to read, just take the time, yeah. I'll pick you up in a minute, we gon' ride. So don't you roll around, let me surprise you. I know you like that, keep it coming right back. Ooh, yeah. You want me to read, just take the time, yeah. I'll pick you up in a minute, we gon' ride. So don't you roll around, let me surprise you. I know you like that, keep it coming right back. Ooh, yeah. You want me to read, just take the time, yeah. I'll pick you up in a minute, we gon' ride. So don't you roll around, let me surprise you. I know you like that, keep it coming right back. Ooh, yeah.
Yo, when I say your piece so I can talk about this song, please.
No. Go ahead.
When I say, I know you saw me in the back jamming. Like
Yeah.
when you played it on y'all show, it was like I knew the song already.
Mm-hmm.
Like the way it just came off, and it was like, you know how when people say like something makes your heart smile. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like it did
Right.
something like like Yamasani. Like it just does
Right.
something to your spirit, you know.
Right.
So when I was like, yeah, that's some rider music, like literally see myself in the car. You know, I'm always driving somewhere, so I always got to go out of state
Right.
sometimes. So, you know, this is definitely something that I know I'd be in the truck listening to, riding, you know,
Mhm.
like it's rider music. Then, you know, you
Yeah.
got the options for it to be other kind of rider music too, you know, when it's just you and your boo, you know,
Okay.
you feel what I'm saying? So, you know,
Okay.
but yes, like that song, yeah, I need him to come here to Charlotte when we have an event. He definitely got to be the music guest. Like whatever Blast plans on doing when we do this get together, please. I just have a request. Yamasani and Mr. Romance, and I'm good. Oh no, we can't forget my bro though. I
Which
got
one?
um. What you mean? Which one?
Girl, you know we got a lot of
No,
ballers
I
on there.
said
Which one?
mine, my bro,
Yours.
and
Your
I'm
bro.
not talking about
Oh,
Huddy. I'm talking about who you put me on. You should know.
who? Jason?
Yes.
Vegas, stand up. Okay.
Yes, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just
Yeah,
my request right there, you know.
I
Cause
feel you.
Huddy, yeah, I'll tell Huddy in a minute, like, look, I'm having something and I need you to come down. Look, I can handle that one myself.
Feel like drink some soda with you.
Yeah, you know, I can handle that one on my own, you know, but you to
Yeah.
connect for the others. You feel me?
You know, definitely shout out to Hakeem Romance. Cool brother, just down to earth. You know, people like that blow my mind because, like Yamasani, down to earth brother. He ain't making no noise. He
No,
just chill. But when you
yeah,
get on that mic, son, oh
it's
my
a
god.
whole different, like,
Oh my
wow.
god. Like you said, refreshing. I agree 2000% with you.
And you
And
know what? Also, I didn't, you know, because I was trying to type and, you know, homework and stuff like that. So, you know, and retwisting hair, all types of stuff was going on at the same time. So I couldn't type it in fast enough. But like literally, he has that the refreshing sound, you know, what
mhm,
we know to be
right,
good music, the
facts.
feel good music that we all sit around talk about some this music ain't the same no more, but it
Yeah,
is. We
he's
got
bringing it.
so many independent artists like the ones that are showcased here on Blast that
Yes.
really do have that throwback feel, you know what I'm saying? It's just, you
Mhm,
know, folks not tuning in. You know what I'm
mhm.
saying? And then what I mean by folks, you know, the people that don't want the good, feel good stuff to be out there for us anymore. You know,
They
they
trying
know
to
what
support
happens
it.
when a certain group of people feel extra great about themselves. They
Mhm.
start to band together, you know, forge bonds stronger than hair weaves, like a line in one of my in one of my poems. You know, that's how tight we all used to be.
Hold on. Door knock.
But I wonder who that be knocking on the door. You see how we is? We just hood. We
My bad.
family. Oh, that's your DoorDash?
Hey, whoop, wrong headset.
What was that? Your
Hold
DoorDash or Uber Eats?
up, my bad. I didn't realize dinner would be coming that fast.
Wow, that what was that extra? You want some more chicken wings?
Oh no, I make my chicken wings. These is from Chili's. I went and got their ribs. Their ribs is slamming.
Look.
I know you already told me how you feel about pork, but that conviction hasn't hit me yet.
Oh my gosh, look. Oh, like oh.
And I'm doing a food dance because I know I'm
I
about to
bet
get
you
it
is
on.
because you about to get them sticky fingers good on there. But
Hey,
okay, so I did cut you off from doing the blast tag thing though.
oh,
Um,
that's all good.
you know,
The thing that is most important is that we had two amazing poets speak. But not only did we get to learn their hearts, we got to hear what come out of it. And that's why I was like, I'm not trying to stop that flow. So we're gonna let them do what they got to do because they got to get out anyway.
hmm
And then we'll play later. And I feel that was the best option because this show feels full. You know?
yeah. See, and
So
this is how I end up being on Clubhouse to freaking 1, 2 o'clock in the morning sometimes messing with them. Like, especially if Mama Vicky's show out again tonight and
I already
switch
know.
the room, then yeah, we go into like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Mama Vicky, side out. She triple OG out of the
Mhm.
crew. She's 71. She hails over in Cali. So, you know, she be coming into the clubhouse streets in these different rooms. And when I say she be shaking it up like Tina Turner and her legs shaking it up, okay? She will
Mhm.
shake the whole room, flip it upside down, and got people fumbling back through their phones, their notebooks, they memory bank. Like, oh, well, I was going to say this, but since Mama Vicky did this, dang, I got to bring something else. And I told her, one time I came behind her, I said, damn it. I said, do you know it is hard, but you know, I'm gonna do this thing here. And I you know, I spit my piece. And when I
Right.
got done, I was like, man, I feel like I had to follow behind my big mama around the store all day.
Man, I
But-
understand.
But it's so awesome. Like literally, you know, it feels like you get to know everybody, you know, personally that comes through that room. And it's amazing to have a space like that that can go on for hours on end, and
Right.
the people are just coming in. I mean, it gets up to, these rooms get big.
Oh, I bet.
They get big, and then people want to go more than once. You know, a lot of times they end up going around, like when they have features, you get a chance to jump in. But then, you know, like how they did with me and Sharita when we were features for them. Like I was like, wait a minute, I just got on the Clubhouse. How the hell I'm a feature already? But you know, you
They
get
promote
pushed out
fast.
there. Yeah, you know, you
They
get pushed
promote
out
fast.
there, and then they put me as a co-moderator. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm just getting started in this. But you know, what better to do but to jump in with both feet? You feel me?
Hey, sink or swim. Sink or
That's
swim.
right.
So
And ain't no sink around here because I could swim very damn good back in the day. You know, Rawway Pool, you know, the best dive and take out there. But you know, they dubbed me Sharky because you know, couldn't nobody fuck with me.
there it is.
So
I just want to give a shout out to Scott. And is it Malikia? Did I say that right? Malikia. Amazing poets. It was nice meeting them. I look forward to hearing more from them and what they got going on. And really, really good show, Sunshine. So I give you kudos for that, for orchestrating that. Good job.
yes, thank you. You know, there's methods to all the madness that I do. You know.
So let's wrap it up and we'll chat before you jump over to Clubhouse real quick.
All right. So y'all be safe out there. You know, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, those who claim that they didn't actually carry. If you are a woman who has shed your light, shared your energy, you know, helped cultivate a child, you are very, very much deserving of this Mother's Day weekend as well.
Salute.
And we salute those who take care of those that are not belonging to them.
Yep.
So, you know, a nation is only as strong as its women. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that. I believe that wholeheartedly because we are the first teachers. So, sisters, stand up. Peace, peace, peace.
Have a good night, everyone. Please be safe. We'll see y'all next week.
Nipples on deck. I see you.
Good night, y'all.